everyone. How are we doing? Oh my goodness, the light is horrible. I look like. Hang on. Hold on just a wee minute. Bear with. Let me try and sort that out. So, maybe. It's down a wee bit, but. Is that better? No, really? Oh well. How are we all? Are we all doing okay? Happy December holiday times, everyone. I hope that we are all enjoying. I've just realised that this guy is not centred, so we're going to just take a wee pause to get that centred because that's going to do my head in. There we are. I should really have all this stuff sorted out before I hit the live button, shouldn't I? Apologies for that. Right, let me go down and say hi to people, rather than just messing about with meaningless stuff. So we've got the lovely Tangi was in first. Hi Tangi, how are you? We have got the lovely Debbie from Aquarius Owl. Hi Debbie, how's it going? Let's see, we've got Ange from Tiny Trinkets and Tarot. Hi Ange, how are you doing? You decadent Yule you. Ange, you sparkly Christmas bauble, you. Oh, hi Simon, you handsome fucker. Oh, no, I'm not allowed to swear anymore, am I? Because apparently mutes you or something. But then again, the internet can't really understand me very well. Let's turn this around and see if it makes any kind of a difference. Is it making a difference? It's really annoying me. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've got a bit of a sore back. The kind of my lumbar spine, the bottom of my back at the right hand side is sore. And I think like you'll probably notice that I'm kind of a things look a bit different. It's because I've moved my study around. Um, and I don't know if it's because of the way that I'm set up. Like one of my screens is now on my kind of not right. It's like so. This is me, kind of a sitting facing forwards. I've got like my laptop screen is like a third screen over here. So this is my middle screen. This is me facing forwards. So when I'm looking round at you guys, you are on like the screen that's now kind of a slightly to the left. I don't know if it's the way that I'm turning that's just putting strain in my back or something, but it's a kind of a dull but irritating ache. But it's weird because I was talking to Justin earlier on. I was guiding him, and he says that he's got the same like he's got pain in the lower right hand side of his back as well. So weird. But yeah. Anyway, random. I need to stop going off in tangents because it's going to be like I'm going to like lose the chat. So Kimberly, hi Kimberly. We've got. We've got the lovely Jen from Jen's Science to Soul Tarot and Transformation. How you doing, Jen? Simon's noticed my lovely pair of baubles. Thank you very much, Simon. Joey's here. Hi, Joey. How are you doing? We've got lovely Diane from Woodthrush Cottage. Hi, Diane. How are you? What, no swearing? Yeah, does it not like kind of mute you or something, Simon? Like, does YouTube not automatically mute you? Can't remember who it was that was saying, but apparently it kind of unmutes your audio if it catches on that you're swearing. So I'm going to try and keep the language to a minute. I mean, obviously, there's sometimes you just need to say fuck, right? I appreciate that, and that don't worry, that will still happen. But yeah, Deanne, hi Deanne, how are you? Maria from Maria's Cabin Space, hi Maria. We've got Janine Barnes, hi Janine, how are you doing? Lovely to see you here. Yeah, I know, Jen, you're absolutely right. We can't be having that, can we? Oh yeah, it was your birthday yesterday, wasn't it? That's right. Did you have a nice time, Jen? Did you get lots of nice presents? Um, let's see, Mitchell, Lorraine. So I'll probably be doing readings later on if you come back in about an hour. If you're kicking about, like I don't know, set a wee reminder or something, and pop back in at about 10 p.m. my time, GMT. But whatever time it is for you, in 1 hour's time, if you pop back in and give us your question, then I'll be happy to answer it. Oh look, Mr. Trouble, Tarot Stash. Oh, you've changed your picture, Gerald. Looking very handsome indeed, sir. Um, did I miss anyone there when I did that, by the way? Look at that, did I? And again, in capital letters. Yeah, so come back in an hour and we'll get it. Robin, hi Robin, how you doing? Jamie, hi Jamie, how are you? Um, V Kestrel's here, hi V. Justin Michael, just talking about you. I don't know if you were already here when I was talking about you, or if you weren't, and now you're wondering what's he been saying about me. Jen says, had a lovely, super busy day. Thanks, Chris. Oh, that sounds, well, I mean, it's sometimes being busy is nice, but sometimes you just want, what on earth was that? Fuck me, man. This is what I mean about sometimes you just need to swear. There's like a weird noise outside. It sounds like chitty chitty bang bangs just landed in the main road out there. Um, anyway, moving on. Chat jumperoonies. I think I might have caught everyone that's here. I think we've just got lots of people saying hi to each other now. If I've missed anyone, apologies. It's not intentional. It's just me being a bit dim. But yeah, welcome to everyone that's here. So you'll see that as Simon says, I've got my Christmas baubles out. Um, over the next few weeks, I'm not sure how present I'm going to be. Between obviously the festive season, most of you'll probably know that I'm getting married on the 8th of January. I'm supposed to be getting married on the 8th of January. Um, so there's lots of organisation happening just now in my life. So I'm not sure whether I'll get to go live next Thursday, or the Thursdays after that. There might be a few weeks where you don't see me as much. Might not be, but anyway, I just wanted to kind of have a wee kind of a festive themed get together with you, um, just in case I disappear, basically. So it's me with my sucker pads, Chris, in case you do another another quiz, says Simon. Yeah, right enough. Um, God, you would need a flying car to get here from Nottingham in time for to catch any of the questions, Simon. Um, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was a flying car, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it? Let's see. Simon and the Sucker Pads sounds like a new wave 80s band. Yeah, yeah, the wedding is 3 weeks on Saturday. So it is. I say it's supposed to be because obviously with Omicron just now, things are starting to get a lot more uncertain. Um, So we've been recommended not to socialise in over the kind of a Christmas period, but not counting, I think, Christmas Day and the days on either side. It's been recommended that we don't get together with any more than 3 households. So they're starting, and it's not law, but it's just a strong recommendation. And she said as well that they're going to be putting in place like kind of they're going to go into businesses to make sure that they're doing what they can to keep the country safe and all that. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen, to be honest with you. Um, so yeah, it's quite a shitty time just now. Um, well, I say that as though I'm just having a. I'm not like we've got Christmas coming up and there's lots to be happy about, but I could be doing without the whole the uncertainty of it. But hey ho, what can you do? Got to do what we need to do to keep everybody safe, don't we? I feel there's a song coming on, Tange, says Simon. Orshie's here. Hi, Orshie. Just stopping by to say hi to all you lovely people. I know that you go to bed, Orshie. You'll be going to bed soon, won't you? So I hope you have a good sleep. And yeah, hope you're doing okay. Let's see. So lovely. I hope all goes well with arrangements, says Maria. Thank you. Don't get your haggis in a twist, says Robin. I don't know what that was in response to. Um, yeah, yeah, stressful, worrying, all those lovely emotions. Um, or she says, hi everyone, saying hi to me. Sorry on my phone and I suck at typing on here. So, or she can't tag people or say individual hellos. So just a collective hello to everyone from Orchie. And my phone's gone off. Will we see who that is? Um, I can deal with that later. That's not important. Well, it is, but it's not immediate. I'm young. I need to sleep earlier than you guys. Are you younger than me, Orchie? No, Justin says, is Sandra here? I've not seen her yet, Justin, but Sandra, we are willing you to, we are trying to manifest you. So, um, yeah, you should, like, I don't know, materialize somewhere for us. If you're lurking, then say hi. Justin wants to speak to you. Um, so for today, I thought we could have a wee chat. Again, because I'm doing this as a kind of a festive thing, I thought we could have a chat about how the last year's gone, what I'm excited for in the year coming up in 2022, and just all that lovely stuff. Um, so yeah, I was looking over my content on YouTube just to kind of just to get ideas of what I'm going to talk about in terms of the last year, what kind of stuff I've done, and I was looking back just to make sure that I'd kind of caught maybe not everything, but most things. Um, and it's been a really cool year. Um, the first video that I did in the year actually was a tour of my office space, which is quite funny because I've just changed everything around. So I'll need to do another one now, won't I? Um, but yeah, that was how I kicked off the year, and that was quite a good wee video. Those kind of videos tend to do quite well, I think. People love a wee nosy at your space. Sounded quite rude there, didn't it? But you know what I meant. Um, but yeah, uh, that was the first one. Let's see, just catch up on the comments. Jonathan is here. He says, "Aloha everyone. I'm making some food and can't type right now. I'll jump over to my computer in a moment." What are you making, Jonathan? Are you making anything nice? Um, Ange says, sending good energy your way. Everything will work out just fine for you, Chris. Oh, thank you, Ange. That's really kind of you. Or she says, just remembered I need to send you a video, Chris. I'll send it tomorrow. Send me a video. Ooh, what video is this? I haven't seen her, just wanted to check on her. Kathy Kerr is here. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Um, Simon saying he collided Sandra on Tuesday. Ange is enjoying some arrowroot cookies and tea. Very, very nice. What are we all eating and drinking, or have we got anything nice? I've got just a cup of normal decaf tea and my Christmassy themed mug. Can you see that? That's my favourite mug right now. What was that for? Justin needs to. Yeah, so a collection video. That's another thing. I did a collection video in May. It doesn't feel like it feels as though it was so much longer ago that I showed everyone my collection, my tarot collection. I don't really want to do another one like before a year. Do you know what I mean? So I'll maybe wait until May 22 before I do another one. Um, but yeah, uh, that's another one that's really good that tends to kind of people tend to watch and tend to enjoy. Um, Jamie is so public service announcement. I think Jamie's trying to get Hen's attention. I did see you say hello earlier on to Hen because I'm sure I saw hello Queen Fuck. But, yeah. Um, Orshi's got to go. See you later, Orshi. Have a good sleep. Oh, it's Jen that calls. Right, okay, I've got you. Got you. I'm getting mixed up, aren't I? I'm getting you the wrong way around. Ah, there she is. Sandra, we're all talking about you. Justin was wondering how you're doing and he was asking if Sandra was here. So there we go. We managed to manifest Sandra. Um, Simon says here she is. Uh, let's see. Jonathan says I'm not able to stand long because I threw my back out. Yeah, but I've got a sore back as well, Jonathan. Me and Justin have both got sore backs. That's what I was talking about earlier on. Um, so you're making yourself a granola, peanut butter, and almond chocolate milk bowl of yummy. Ooh, that sounds interesting. It's not exactly my cup of tea, but I hope you enjoy it. Um, Robin got a big barrel of cashews, my favourite nut treat for the holidays. Very nice. Um, oh, Diane's got a whiskey sour and Tirali. Tirali? What's Tirali? Not heard of that before, I don't think, unless I'm just saying it wrong. Maria has got a cappuccino in her new mug. It's a big shiny mug. That sounds lovely. We've got one of those Dolce Gusto. Is that what it's called? The coffee maker things. Um, Sandy got me it for Christmas, either last year or the year before. Sorry, hitting the mic as usual. Um, and makes really nice cappuccinos in that, so it does. Um, what is up with so many sore backs? Yeah, I know it's weird, isn't it? Kathy's got a question for the cards. Um, Kathy, I will be doing readings at about 10 p.m. my time, so in about 40 minutes, I'll probably grab a deck and start doing readings. So if you either like hang off and ask your question again, then if I remember, I'll come back and look at your question and answer it. But just I probably won't even be able to find it by that point. But if you're still here, then ask your question again if that's okay, and I'll be delighted to answer it for you. But what did you say? WTF is my problem. Why am I single so long? What can I do to shift? Laughing but seriously. Well, I would love to get my nosy little cards all up in that question. So you bring that back for me at 10 p.m. GMT, and we'll have a nosy. One nut to another, says Justin. Oh, Oregon's in foot deep snow. Is over a foot deep in snow right now, and more is coming. Oh wow, that's not really very good, is it, for driving in? We don't really have snow. Well, we don't have snow at all right now, but we've not had snow really at all in general this year. Certainly not any that's lay. Um, so yeah, we'll see. Maybe still to come. That's right, Sandra, you lost your Glide contact. So anyone who has Sandra on Glide, you should send her a wee message on it. So she gets your contact details back. COVID back syndrome, says Justin. Oh, no, that's all I need is COVID. So I think it's 10 days isolation period for us if we get COVID. So I think it was from yesterday onwards. If you're diagnosed with COVID, then you're self-isolating on Christmas Day. So here's hoping it's not. Oh, Kathy says it's all good. Scratch that. Not the right time. Clearly, in my book, the lower back stuff is about money. 60 degrees. Right. Sorry, I was in the middle of speaking about something, wasn't I? And I went off on a tangent. I was talking about the previous year. So I talked about the tour of my office. I talked about the collection video that I did in May. I also did a kind of a mini series on tarot spreads, which is still going. It's still kind of a growing just whenever I feel like adding to it. But I'm only at it's called Love the Spread, Spread the Love, and there's a playlist in my on my channel in my playlists. Um, you can you'll be able to find a bunch of spreads that I've done videos on there. I'm only doing videos on spreads that I know that I've used that are like tried and tested. It's not something I'm not trying to like build up a big massive database of tarot spreads. It's just ones that I'm familiar with that I think are good, basically. Um, so that's why there's maybe not loads and loads in it. But anything that is in there, you can be sure that for what it's worth, it's got at least my seal of approval. Um, but yeah, anyway, I've done that. And as I say, that's continuing to grow. I'm actually thinking about adding in. So does anyone familiar with the Tetractus spread? It's there's a version of it in the Marielle Tarot Guidebook. It's a 10 card kind of a pyramid spread. Hitting the microphone again. Um, like 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's quite a good one actually. So I think I'll be adding that on soon. Let's see. I'll finish this and then I'll come back to the comments. Um, Tarathon. I took part in Tarathon. Tarathon. Um, that was midway through the year. Gosh, I can't remember what month that was in now. Simon, was it July? July or August or something? That was absolutely brilliant, great fun. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed being a part of it with everyone else, and just the kind of the vibe, the energy on the day was really kind of a buzzing. It was really good. So yeah, I was really pleased and honored to be a part of that. Um, there's the Mary L study group. Um, so you probably know, like, I've been doing this Mary L study group for pretty much a year now, I think. I think we started it very early, 2021. We've covered all of the majors and we've done the aces. Um, we're doing kind of a 4 cards per month. We do it on Zoom and we do it here on YouTube. Uh, and yeah, it seems to be going really well. So I've got what I'm going to do actually, I'm going to switch to screen and show you. So I've got like so this is all of the majors that we've got. Um, we've managed to put together in like a document type thing. Um, it breaks down the symbolism of each card and then kind of puts it together and explores what the card might mean coming up in a reading. And it does that for each one. So yeah, I'm really kind of really quite pleased about the progress that we've made, and how far we've come with that. And that's one of the things that I'm excited to do, next year. Let's just get back to my face. Yeah, that's something I'm excited to continue next year is the Mary L study group, and we'll be doing that into 2023. So we will, because we've still got 13 months to do. Uh, so yeah, definitely into 2023. That'll be happening. Uh, what else? I learned Lenormand. That was great fun. We, a bunch of us took part in Kelly's Lenormand class. Kelly from the Truth and Story, Kelly Fitzgerald. Kelly's classes are really, really good. Particularly, I found as a more or less a complete beginner to Lenormand. Um, I found that it just kind of takes you through. They kind of take you through everything that you need to know at a really good pace, and just the kind of camaraderie, the rapport and the banter that you have there in those classes is really fantastic. So I'd highly recommend Kelly's classes to anyone who's looking to learn, well, any of the divination systems that she offers classes on, which is quite a lot. So definitely check that out. If any of the mods want to pop a wee link in the chat to anything that I'm talking about, then I'd appreciate it. Let me see, let me get this back up on the screen. Um, so yeah, there was a bunch of Rachel classes as well that I attended. The most recent one was on Sunday just there. Rachel Pollock. So she does kind of these seminars through. Well, there's been a few through Morbid Anatomy. Um, and I mean, I'm a Rachel could be doing a seminar on, paint drying, and I would go through it. So I'm a bit biased, but really, really good, really valuable. And it was just nice to kind of get that time with, listening to her, and you just feel so enlightened and wise when you come out of a Rachel class, as I'm sure Justin was at the class as well. I'm sure Justin will agree with me. Let me catch up on the comments before I start whittering on about something else. Robin, and sorry, Anne says we love tangents in this community. Robin says, I got word that I have to perform at a tavern next week reading my work with my seniors writing group. I'm mortified. I thought that we were just having a party, but we have to entertain an audience. Sometimes it's a good thing though to be kind of plunged into the deep end like that, Robin. I'm sure you'll be amazing. Because any time I remember a couple of times during maybe it was just the once, but there were times during Tarot de Marseille study group where you kind of read out a short story or something that you came up with based on one of the cards, and I thought it was fantastic. So I'm sure you're going to be great. Um, oh, Maria enjoyed, loved the spread. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad, and I hope that it'll continue to kind of be a good resource. Um, isn't Glide a lubricant? It may well be. Joey says there's a pyramid spread on the Akashic tarot also. I like it. Oh, nice. You need to share it with us, Joey. Um, it's not one, well, I don't think it's one that I'm familiar with unless I've seen it somewhere else. I was thinking that, Robin, but when Justin said he was gliding with Sandra, I didn't think that could be the right context. It was the beginning of July then, was it? Yeah. Um, May. Oh, it was in June, the beginning of June. Oh, there you go. Right, halfway through the year. Let's see what we're saying. Can we get a round of applause for Tangi's new hit song, You're Never Alone? We certainly can. I will applaud that, even though I've not heard it yet, but I look forward to hearing it. Is it on your channel, Tangi? If so, does someone want to pop a link to it in the chat? Kathy adores Lenormand. I'm trying to kind of like skip by like people's not private conversations, obviously, you know what I mean though, when people are talking directly to someone else, I'm trying to skip by that so as that I'm not just taking up the entire live going through comments because you know what I'm like, I take forever. Jonathan says loved having so many of you guys in the Lenormand class. Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? Lenormand is one of Beth's 2022 goals. Thank you, Jonathan. Let's see. Debbie needs a redive into Lenormand. Yeah, I probably would as well if I was going to start like kind of a reading Lenormand like, in these lives and stuff. I'm going to switch slides round. So yeah, I get what you mean. Tangi's off to fly her spaceship. See you later, Tangi. You enjoy the rest of your evening. And yeah, we're all kind of giving Robin a wee boost. So yeah, I also wanted to um chat about some of my favourite decks that I've acquired over the last year, over 2021. And this isn't like a kind of an exhaustive list. This is just kind of a again as I was going through my content stuff that I came across, you know, that I'd done videos on and stuff in 2021. So that this won't cover everything. And I've kept it to tarot, but I've still managed to. I thought I'll have like maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5, but no, I've still managed to get a list of 8. So the first one, and I'll try and grab them as I'm talking about them, but I probably won't grab them all. But the first one on the list was one that I recently acquired. It's my Justin Dodal. Backs are like that, and these are the cards. I showed this and actually recently it was in my top 10, my hashtag only 10 decks. Um, my face camera isn't the best, neither it is for you know for showing cards off because it doesn't have a very good focus. But yeah, anyway, it was just to show you what I was meaning. I call it my Justin Dodal, but it's the Jean Dodal that Justin made with his own two hands. That the artwork was kind of put together by Shell David. Um, so yeah, definitely one of my favourite decks that I acquired in 2021. What else have I got? I've got the Afro Goddess, which again was on the hashtag only 10. I'm not. It's a pain in the arse to get out of the bag and then get out the box and then go through. So I'm not going to bother. But that's it there. It sits in that red velvet bag. Um, Such a good deck for reading with, as is the Dodal, by the way. If you like reading with Marseille decks, then uh, my Justin Dodal is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, the Afro Goddess it's kind of a like Smith Waite inspired, but it's with a difference, with a twist. Really, really nice deck for reading with. Very kind of a nice for handling, and the tactile experience is really nice with it. What else have we got? We've got Tarot of the She. I acquired this. Uh, I didn't discover it. Oh, that's the trimmed one. I didn't discover it in 2021. I already knew about it, but I only got it in 2021 because I'd always thought that Tarot of the She was one of these decks that was out of print and you could never get. And then I found out that no, you can get it off Amazon quite cheaply. I ended up getting two copies of it and trimming one of them, as you can see here. So this was definitely a favourite for me. I love the way that these read. I love the way that the kind of cards just tend to combine really well and tell a really nice story. Um, so yeah, this is definitely one of my favourites. Um, Jonathan's putting in the link to Tanji's new song for us. Thank you, Jonathan. And I can keep the comment on the screen, and I'm not taking up any of my face, which is nice because it means I can easily find where I left off, which is cool. We've got the lovely Patrice. I can't chat right now, but I'm sending my love to all. Handsome Chris. Oh, thank you, Patrice. Hello, and best wishes to you and Renetta. I hope that you guys have an amazing festive season. If I don't speak to you, again before, have an amazing time. Let's see. Ordered a bunch of decks from Etsy, says Robin. Homemade and art decks. Very nice. The next one was the Tarot of the Abyss. And I think this is another one that was on my hashtag only 10. So I won't go through it. But definitely one of my favourites from 2021. One of my top favourites from 2021, I would say. Just such a lovely deck. The art is beautiful and surprising as well because you've probably heard me say a lot of times, I'm not the biggest fan of black and white decks, but this is the biggest exception to that. Um, that and new era elements, which I can never say. What else have I got on the list here? Shimmering Veil. That's another one that I didn't. What did I not do? I didn't discover it in 2021, but I acquired it in 2021. It was a very kind gift from a very kind friend. Um, and Scylla Conway has got a new Oracle deck out, by the way, the Book of the Dead Oracle. Check out Simon's walkthrough of it on his channel. It looks really nice. This is a beautiful card, the Strength card. But yeah, the Oracle looks really nice, so definitely check that out. Some other ones, the Chakra Healing Tarot by Malamir Logan. Malamir has become a really good friend. Oops, I'm throwing tarot decks everywhere. Yeah, Malamir's become a really good friend. Me and Malamir kind of a chat to each other every so often, and she's such a funny, kind, just really nice person. Um, and obviously the deck, which is why I brought it up. Our deck is beautiful. It reads like a dream. It's brilliant. Um, Tarot of the Holy Spectrum. So this is another one that came into my whoops, that's the back, that came into my collection this year, quite near the start of the year, I think. Um, and just taking a bit, it's got these solid black backgrounds. Oh my, that's mostly they're solid black. And it's got black edging. It comes with black edging as well. The images are just brilliant in this deck. I really like it. Um, I love the colours as well and how the colours flow through the deck. Um, you've seen me using this one recently, actually, but yeah, this is definitely another favourite. Yeah, I think we used this one when we did the roundtable reading for Govinda. And then last but by no means least, the Orphic Tarot, which I'm trying to put my hands on, but I can't quite find without looking. So um, I did a video on that, in the last few months. The Orphic Tarot is based on the kind of a Greek Orphic mythology. Really beautiful artwork on the deck. Bit busy, but my kind of busy. Um, and I love decks where I can learn about stuff. I particularly enjoy learning about Greek mythology, so it's definitely a favourite of the year. So those were the 8 decks that I kind of scribbled down. As I said, I kept it to tarot, and there's probably loads that I would consider big favourites that aren't there. It was really just from a quick glance at my content on YouTube. Um, so that's really 2021 in a nutshell. Um, so what about you guys? Did you guys have any particular favourites in terms of decks from 2021 that you acquired? Like if you had to pin it down to one deck that was your that was your favourite from 2021, what would it be? Would you be able to pin it down, or would you struggle? What do you think? Um, let's see. I've let most of my Marseille or Pip decks go, says Sandra. Oh, that's a shame. I suppose if they're not for you, they're not for you, but that makes me interested. So what ones did you keep? What ones did you not let go of? Um, Beth got herself 3 decks for you. What ones did you get, Beth? Sandra really likes Tarot of the She. Yeah, it's a great deck to read with. So it is. Great for kind of telling stories. So it is. It's a really good wee storytelling deck. Loving the Tarot of the Abyss. Beth's clients love it too. Very relatable and beautiful art. Yeah, I totally agree. Um, do you also have Emily's Transparent Tarot? It's amazing to pull a card from Tarot of the She and then 2 from the Transparent to lay on top. No, it's not a deck that I have, Jonathan. Love the look of the new Silicon Way deck. Yeah, it does look really stunning. That card with the bee on it, how nice is that? I think it's called Bee Dance. Um, but yeah, really nice. We're loving the Chakra Healing Tarot. Um, Lots of love for Malamir's deck. Let's see, Deanne's loving Holy Spectrum. Chris made me do it. Yeah, so Deanne's favourite card from Tarot of the Holy Spectrum is the Queen of Cups. I'll see if I can quickly find it. Since it's you, Deanne. Mind you, you're not really going to be able to see it very well in that camera, but hey ho, I've started now. Um, I forgot how annoying this deck is to flip through. But I'm committed now. I'm going to find it. It's red, isn't it? It's kind of a red. Oh, there she is. So this is Deanne's. Well, is it your favourite card? Or is it just the card that made you buy the deck? But this is the Queen of Cups, and I'm trying to get it so that it's so that I'm holding it steady, but it's not happening. But yeah, she's kind of amongst this reign. And I think all of the queens in this deck are kind of surrounded by their element. It's really, really cool. So it is. I love the Queen of Swords. It's very kind of a Game of Thronesy. Let's see. Maria was gifted her Marseille deck and loves it. Oh, the CBD. That's not one that I've got actually. It's one that Justin recommended that I get way back before I even had any Mar. Well, I think I had the Patrick Valenza's. It's gone, but it'll come back to me very quickly. Patrick Valenza's Tarot de Marseille. Um, Luna. Triomphe de la Luna. Knew it would come back to me quickly. Oh, Deanne's just finishing work for the weekend. That's exciting. Are you going to be live tomorrow, Deanne, or I don't think you are you? Or are you? Um, uh, Beth says for AXA, if I had to name just one deck, so that was your favourite of 2021. Trinity Tarot came to mind first for Deanne. A hard choice, but probably Maraloon for Robin. Tarot of Mystical Moments for Debbie. The Urban Tarot for V. That's one that I've got as well. The Urban Tarot is a really nice deck. Oh, I'll put it up there actually. But you can see it, it's above my head. Abyss has been amazing alongside the Wild Unknown Archetypes, says Deanne. Sandra's answering my question. So you've kept the new choice Tarot de Marseille, the Marshmallow Marseille, the Jean Noblet, and the Dodal. Oh, that sounds really cool. I think the only one that I've not got from those is the Noblet. I've got new choice, I've got Marshmallow, and I've got my Justin Dodal. Beth says she's got the Zany Spirit, the Guardian of the Night Tarot, and the Lightseer. Oh, the Lightseers. That's right, we were talking about that in the comments in one of my videos, weren't we? Oh yeah, you've got to have the Lightseers. Mine's is probably, Kimberly says, probably a copy of Le Tarot de l'Étoile Cachée. Sandra inspired me to buy it. Takes a while to get used to how thick the cards are, but I love it. Very nice. Janine says Tarot of the She, Lightseers, and Tarot of the Abyss cannot stick to one. That's okay. TDM study group was fun in 2021. It definitely was, wasn't it? That's another highlight of 2021 actually that I have to mention is the TDM study group. Definitely good fun. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. Let's see. Robin got 5 decks this year that he really loves. Joey saw playing Marseille on Justin's channel and it's waiting under the Yule tree. Oh, very nice, Joey. I've got playing Marseille as well, actually. It is quite a nice deck. It's quite sturdy, very, very sturdy, and because the cards are quite small, if you're a riffle shuffler, you might struggle with that. But other than that, it's a smashing deck, so it is. Oh, and Sandra kept 2 Triomphe decks by Patrick Valenza that were gifted to me, says Sandra, obviously. Jamie has the Zany Spirit, the Spirit Keeper's Revelation edition, the Farhaxa, and the Mystical Gnome on my desk right now, and I'm super happy with that. I have the Art History for past lives to use as well. Really nice. see, Jen received her Sacred Bee Tarot and Oracle yesterday. Lovely. That's Tarot of the Sacred Bee. That's the one that Mendy and Jilly both really like, isn't it? Oh, you gave the deck that you and Deanne love. You gave to Jacob. So is that? Are you meaning the Abyss? Tarot of the Abyss, or do you mean Holy Spectrum? So I thought Jonathan. Oh, maybe I'm probably misremembering stuff. Just ignore me. But yeah, which one do you mean, Jamie? I love Journey of the Sacred Bee Tarot, says Beth. You couldn't shuffle it. Oh, Holy Spectrum. Oh, cool. What does Jacob think of it? I think it's really, really nice. I love it. Not just because it's like it's a Smithwaite themed deck. You know, it's nice for reading in all the usual respects where you would use a Smithwaite themed deck, but just the solid black backgrounds really adds something, and the lovely black edging. I know these are just kind of a small things, but um, what else? Just like I said, the colours, the way the colours run throughout the deck, I really like it. I believe it's one of his most favourite decks. Um, that's really nice. That is really nice. I mean, I'm sure that it is just purely because you gave him it, Jamie. Never mind how amazing the deck is. Um, Simon says clean tag pegs. Clean tag pegs. What are you talking about? What's clean tag pegs? Is that a euphemism? Uh, Jamie says there are snakes in it. Of course, he loves it. um, he's in Mexico at the beach right now for Christmas. But I'll ask when he comes. Oh, lucky him. It's all right for some, isn't it? Oh, very, very nice. Simon says, brushed my teeth, Chris. Oh, clean tag pegs. You've got clean teeth. That's good to know. Beth says 2022 is going to be a depth year. I can't keep blaming COVID when I buy it. Right, okay. So 2022 is the next thing that I was going to kind of have a chat about. So plans for 2022. So I was having a think. I didn't think that I had that many plans, to be honest with you. I mean, like for the channel and like and stuff. I didn't think I had that much planned, but I've got a fair wee list here. So obviously, as I said earlier on, we're going to continue with the Mary L study group, both on the channel on the last Thursday of each month, and on Zoom on the kind of a Sunday before the last Thursday of each month. We're getting together and we're studying the Mary L tarot. We've been really enjoying it, and yeah, that will continue, and I'm excited to continue that. I'm also excited to continue with round table readings. Um, so this is where I have one of you lovely people on live with me, and together with the community who for that night become the readers of the round table. We do a tarot reading for you. We do a full tarot reading based on a question that you ask. And card by card, we read for your question. And I think it's just really good because it's different. It's a different dynamic from having people on, from doing questions, on a live where it's just kind of a questions in the chat and you pull a couple of cards. It's completely different. It's more of, more of a normal, like, reader to client type reading, because you can ask questions, there can be dialogue, you can have a conversation, um, and you can talk to them about what they think the card means, all that kind of a thing. So it's really nice, and I think it's good for, not just for me, but it's good for the, my guest querent, because they get the benefit of everyone who's in the chat, because everyone joins in. It's a collaborative effort. So I'm looking forward to continuing that in 2022. I've already got two lovely guests. Richie, who was supposed to come on in December this month, but just because it's a busy month, we've not been able to kind of get any time together. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to pin Richie down, and get him at my table and get set my cards on him. I've also got the very lovely Marvin from Mystic Marvin, who's going to come on with me in January. Um, and we're actually going to do a kind of a year ahead reading for him, which is quite a good opportunity, January, beginning of the year. So I'm excited to do that. So that'll be good. Um, what else have we got here? Um, you remember, so through a couple of months back in August, my gran passed away. And you remember that at the time I mentioned it because she passed away from a really horrible illness called motor neurons disease. And I said at the time it was my intention to do a fundraiser, not unlike what I did for Alora. When we were raising money for Alora, who wasn't well and had to go in for surgery and stuff. So I'm wanting to do something similar to raise money for MND Scotland. So that's the charity that helped my gran through. She had that illness for about 3 years, so they really helped her through it. They helped us as a family kind of through it. They were absolutely, like, first class, brilliant. Like, it's a horrible thing for anyone to have to go through, but I'm glad that they were kind of there to help us and help my mum and help my family through it. So I'm still wanting to do. I've not forgotten about that. I know it was a while ago that I mentioned it. I still do want to kind of get a fundraiser kind of a type thing together on that. Um, I'm going to do the kind of the readings session, I think, and just kind of have a link to maybe a Just Giving or something, and encourage people to donate to it. Very much in the same style that I did for the Please Help Alora fundraiser. But also, I'm thinking maybe like offer private readings as well. Put aside some time and get some private readings on the go for anyone that wants to have a private reading. And rather than pay me any money, you can just make a donation to the cause as well. Um, so that's the I'm still very much planning on doing that. And that's kind of what I'm thinking in regards to how it's going to work. Um, so yeah, again, I don't know exactly when that's going to be, but it'll be coming up in the next few months. Um, I've said here, continuing on deck walkthroughs. Trying not to take so long in my deck walkthroughs, because I find that the videos where I'm a bit briefer are, they seem to do a bit better. Now, I do enjoy a really good in-depth deck walkthrough, so please don't get me wrong. If I feel as though there's like I did one recently for Gaia, the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. I've done in-depth walkthroughs for a couple of decks, and I think there's a lot of value to them. Like, I value other YouTubers who do those types of walkthroughs. Um, and if I feel like I can, if I feel like I can add value by doing a walkthrough like that, then I will. But just in general, just the kind of a general ones, I'm going to try and not faff about as much, try and not chat quite as much rubbish. There'll still be the good amount of rubbish in there, but just not as much. Um, there was one more thing that I've put down here, and this isn't something that I've spoke about before. But so I'm toying with the idea. So you know how some people have done lives where they've put a link to the StreamYard in the chat and invited people to come on with them, and just have a chat or catch up or whatever. I'm thinking about maybe doing something like that, but have it in a kind of a reading for doing readings. So maybe doing a live where it's free readings, but it's like there's a link to the StreamYard in the chat if you want to. Don't know what that's about, so let's just remove. Yeah, pop a link to the StreamYard in the chat and say, if you want to come on for 5 minutes and have a reading in person where we can have a quick chat, it will still be a quick style reading. It won't be like a round table reading 10 card style. But it's a bit different. It gives us, that means that we can have a conversation about the thing that people are asking. And it's just something a wee bit different that I've not actually seen really done on YouTube, not from the channels that I watch anyway. So yeah, just something a wee bit different that I'm thinking about for next year as well. So how does that sound? Does anybody have any thoughts on any of the stuff that I've mentioned? Let me get back up to Beth's comment and catch up on some of the chat. Simon's tired and ready for tomorrow, but other than that, I'm good. Sounds random, but followed on from my comment about getting into bed. Oh, I see. Right, okay. Don't worry, you can be as random as you want, Simon. Um, so Beth and Jamie are both done with decks. My brother from another mother, aka Jonathan Daly, sends links, and I'm like, no, not buying. Um, couldn't do a depth here even if I had to wear hip waders. Jen loves the roundtable readings. Oh, thank you, Jen. And by the way, the roundtable readings is open to everyone. So anyone who's here who would like to be a guest on roundtable readings and come on and have a reading done with us, please let me know. Get in touch. Whether it's I see I see most of my comments. YouTube does delete some of my comments, by the way. Can I just say that and put that out there? YouTube removes some of my YouTube comments, and the only way that I kind of see them is because I still get the notification. So if whatever of the comment that I can see from the notification, I'll get. But obviously, I can't respond to it in any way because it's not there to respond to, and I don't have any control over that unless someone knows a way that I can stop it from happening. But anyway, yeah, if you're interested in roundtable readings, then please do, send me a message. If I move Jen's beautiful face for a wee second, you can see my email address is there. My Instagram username is there. So add me on Insta and send me a wee message. And we'll organise something. I would love to have you on. And it doesn't just go for, people that haven't been on for before. So Gerald came on and did a kind of a 6 month catch up. Uh, and everyone else who's been on previously is welcome to do the same if it's something that you would get value out of and that you're interested in doing. So definitely give me a shout if anyone um, is interested. Been meaning to ask you about this. What's that? Was that the fundraiser? I don't have a tub, but I think it would be fun to read plastic cards floating in bathwater. Um, Jamie says, when my mum died, I did the same thing for the organisation that gave such good care to her as well. It's a nice way to honour someone's life. Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely to honour my gran and to help other people that have got it. If I can help give someone else the same experience that we had going through something like that, then I want to. Um, I like your walkthroughs the way you do them, says Jamie, long or short, whatever moves you. Good detail makes me happy. Yeah. Um, yeah, Olivia, I don't know what that was. I don't know if you're just a bot or a spammer or if that actually meant something. I did remove it, but you know, if it if you were trying to get something through to me, then please ask me. But if not, then clear off and don't do that, please. Thanks. Please, thanks. Um, nothing wrong with chatting shit. Does you good. It does indeed, Janine. Right, I'm conscious that I'm coming up for after 10. Um, I'm not coming up for after 10. It is after 10. It's 10 past 10. Let's see. Be fun to cast plastic cards in the tub and see which one floats to you. Sandra's really hoping to be able to get a laptop next year and do lives. Get a tablet or something or a phone that you'd be able to do them with, Sandra. I know YouTube's like doing it direct through YouTube is funny about that kind of thing, but I'm pretty sure if you use StreamYard, you'll be able to, regardless of subscribership and stuff. Um, Sounds very exciting. Readings are great fun, and what it's all about, says Maria. Yeah, I agree. Um, so yeah, was there anything else that I wanted to talk about? I've got my wee notepad here and my bullet points. There was indeed. How could I genuinely almost forgot. It's Christmas, and I want to do a wee giveaway. Um, so yeah, I think I did a giveaway around about last Christmas as well. So it's Christmas time, it's the season of giving and all that kind of stuff. My channel's just reached 700, just crossed 700 subscribers. Now it does this thing where it floats around about the number, it'll go up and down and up and down. I don't know, it's probably a mixture of people thinking, oh, he's a load of shit, I'll unsubscribe, and bots that YouTube automatically removes. Um, but yeah, it can be quite annoying because um, it does kind of a go up and then down and then up and down. But when I last checked, it was bang on 700. Does it tell me? Yeah, so when I'm seeing it, when I look on YouTube just now, it says 700. So yeah, I'm really pleased to have kind of got this far. I've only been going for, well, since August 2020, so not too much over a year. So I'm really chuffed that you all kind of you all want to kind of come along for the journey and be with me. So yeah, I want to kind of give back, and it's Christmas and it's fun to give presents at Christmas. So we're doing a giveaway. So the way to enter is kind of the usual fashion. Wait to the end of the video. Once the kind of comments, not the live comments, but the actual video comments come up. Um, Leave me a wee comment and just um, oh, what should I say? What should you put? Just put something. Put anything. Just any comments will get you entered. Um, and the what we'll do is I don't want to say it's for a specific deck or anything like that. What I'll do is we'll pick something, we'll pick some deck that I can get to you from online, that I can order online and have it sent to you. Um, so yeah, that's probably the way that we'll do it. And that way you're not waiting, if you're wherever you are in the world, depending on whose name gets picked. It means you're not waiting for ages for it to come to you. Hopefully I'll be able to get it quicker through ordering online. So anyway, yeah, comment in the comments box and names will go into a metaphorical hat, a real life Excel spreadsheet, and we'll get a name. Um, we'll use a random number picker, and we'll pick a name. So yeah, giveaway. So please enter. Um, and yeah, I think that was all I wanted to say on that. Just thank you. Thanks to everyone that's here. Thanks to your support. Um, all these chats that kind of keep me going, that keep us going on a Thursday evening. I've really, really enjoyed it, and everyone who's always kind of bringing questions for me for the cards as well. I really do appreciate that. Like, it can be quite awkward sometimes when you're doing readings, and it's like you're like, right, does anyone get any questions? And then it's just like crickets, so people that do kind of bring questions to me, I really do appreciate you. So thank you to you as well. Um, let's see. I know he's saying you nearly forgot the giveaway. I know. Um, but yeah, spread the word as well, obviously. Um, I'm not putting like giveaway in the title or anything because it's like as much as you can never avoid, random people coming in and just entering. Like I would rather, that there was the chances where it went to someone that, someone in the community or someone that we know, or you know. Um. Anyway, yeah. Oh, thank you, Patrice. That's really sweet. Um. Simon says, I won't be cheeky and put please enter me like I asked everyone to do on my first giveaway. I soon regretted that. Um, oh, thank you, Kathy. Thank you, everyone, for your really kind comments. I appreciate it. Let's see. Oh, oh, that's sweet. Love you too, Jamie. And don't worry, I won't forget. Ah, please enter me. I get it. I just got the joke. It's a dirty joke, isn't it? Wow. I was really slow there. I was just assuming that the reason that you regretted it is because it, I don't know, because it drew lots of random people to your giveaway or something like that. And then the penny dropped, obviously. Um, read that, read that twice before I got it. Oh, Sandra. Thank you very much, guys. Right, I'm going to switch over and stick on the table camera just now. I've messed about with my arm, my phone holder, camera holder arm thing. So you might have a bit of a weird um shot of the table to start with, but we'll get it sorted. Just want to turn this on just now, and we are going to pop these in there. Let's see, we don't really need to see the candle. Well, maybe the candle can stay, but I'll move my notepad out the way. Um, let's see. So another Christmassy themed shadows That's not even a shadow. That's the, okay. Let's move that like that slightly. Bear with me. I did tell you I was going to be footering about organising things, didn't I? Right, got a lovely wee candle, and yeah, that's good enough. We might zoom in just a smidge, but um, right, let's see. It took you a minute to get that naughty dirty joke. Yeah, I know. What's not to love about this Scotsman, says Jonathan. Aw, that's very sweet of you to say, Jonathan. Thank you very much. I've not even decided what deck I'm going to read with, by the way. Like, I've not even gave it a thought until right this very second. So that's not very good preparation on my part, is it? Um, hmm. Yeah, I might use this actually. This is a completely random tarot deck. Has anyone got this? The light grey tarot? It's one of these ones that's we'll see how far we get with it. We'll see how we go on. It's made each card is made by a different artist. It's one of these kind of a collaboration type decks. But some of them are really cool. Some of them are nice, and it's a nice one to read with. What's no sitting in order, is it? That's not. So let's see. V's just marking the point where I got the joke. um, I totally want to get a reading if you end up doing that. Do you just mean a normal reading? Like, that wasn't in response to what I was saying about roundtable reading around, was it? If you're just looking for a reading, then pop your question in the chat just now. I'll stick the banner on actually. And I will be delighted to read for anyone who wants to ask a question. Yep, that's me. Slow on the uptake. Oh, I've just realised the way that I've got this that now, why don't I move me up there? Because otherwise the comments are right over my face, and we can't be doing with that, can we? Can't be covering up my beautiful face. I was slowing that one too. Um, Janine got it straight away. Also brings a bit of humour into it. Oh, thank you very much, Janine. Cute layout for Christmas. Yeah, I thought it took me an embarrassingly long time to sort it out, considering it's just putting a picture in the background. And the thing that took me longest wasn't how to put it there. I knew how full well how to put it there. It was what picture did I want to use? I had the total Seven of Cups Netflix scenario where there was just so much choice and I couldn't pick. Um, well done with the setup, really festive. I'm finally starting to feel Christmassy, yeah. And I've got these kind of they're just USB, you plug them in, but they're cool. They're like coloured lights. They flash different colours and stuff. And I don't know if you can see behind me as well, but we've got, what if I move the light? We've got Darth Vader holding a Santa head. So those are my kind of a Christmassy decorations. Up here, we've got a tree downstairs, but Leanda's here. Hi, Leanda. How are you? Lovely to see you. Jamie says, situation with closing my mum's non-profit. The upcoming? What will be the upcoming outcome of this? I'm looking for the energy around it. Okay. Okay. So Jamie, you're closing your mum's non-profit. Lovely deck to riffle shuffle with. These are the backs. I think this is the kind of initials or the signature of all of the artists, which looks quite cool. Okay, Jamie, what have we got for you? Okay, we're starting out with the Eight of Swords. I'm going to zoom in. By the way, my candle, for anyone that's interested, is Wild Honey and Nectar. Really, really nice. I got it out of TK Maxx. But let's zoom in and be able to see the cards. So we're starting off with the Eight of Swords. Now, this just describes the situation for you, Jamie. It's not an easy time for you to be going through. There's lots of kind of it's an intellectual task, first of all. It's an intellectual challenge. It's something that you're having to think about, and you're probably having to do things that's not exactly your forte. You're not quite in your comfort zone, and you're having to learn new things in order to do that. And that's just reflected by, we've got eight swords on the card. Um, Obviously, if we kind of a dive into the image, we see that feeling of kind of a being trapped, really not sure what direction we're going in, or at least what direction we should be going in, and maybe kind of a limiting ourselves a bit by overthinking and by questioning ourselves, and just by questioning our own abilities, and just kind of generally feeling a bit unsure. So that's kind of a describing the situation. Um, we've got the advice and the outcome as well. You asked about the outcome, so let's focus on that. We've got the Ace of Cups coming up, which is really, really nice. I mean, we see this knight in the centre, but to answer your question, it looks as though it does have a really kind of a fulfilled outcome for you. It's going to kind of you're going to be able to move on into pastures new. It's going to open up potentially new opportunities for you. And that might just be like not having to focus on such a thing and not having your mind on it. It's going to take you away from this kind of a more difficult swords energy and move you into the more, just the cups energy of feeling more in touch with your emotional self, but also just being able to appreciate the lighter things in life a bit more. Um, We've got the Knight of Cups in the middle, and it's the advice card. The key from getting from, all of this intellectual energy to this amazing, fulfilling emotional energy is actually lies in your, it's your emotions, your emotional self, and your ability to connect with other people. I'd encourage you to engage other people in the task that you're trying to do. If there's help that if there's other people that can help you with what you're trying to do, then consider taking on that help. Don't be turning away help for for no good reason, um because the key very much seems to be in like you actively acting on you, kind of a like letting those connections between other people, letting those bonds, letting those friendships and those connections really thrive. They are the key for getting you from here over to here. Um, so yeah, but in terms of the outcome and the energy around it, I think things are looking really positive, looking really, we see the dove here, which is a symbol of love and peace, um, peace of mind as well as peace of the heart. And yeah, just the kind of the lotus opening up. So from the kind of a murkiest waters, the most beautiful lotus um, blooms. So as much as it might be a bit of a difficult, and even in the Knight of Cups card, now as much as the Knight of Cups is, usually for me a really positive and happy card, or at least represents someone who is really positive and happy. Do you see how we've got this kind of a black and white energy? We've got these kind of a muted colours. Now I know colour is a big thing for you, Jamie. So a card like that and these kind of a black and white or grayscale sepia tones coming up for you in a reading, you know, it suggests that there's still a bit of difficulty there. There's still something that you're working through and you're going through. You're kind of getting to the other side of. But yeah, excited for the Ace of Cups. Just getting back in touch with the emotional side. Okay, you can let me know how that is, and how if that resonates and how that resonates, Jamie. I hope that that was helpful for you. Oh, am I at the bottom of the Oh, I am. I'm at the bottom of the comments. Unless there's something gone wrong, then the comments seem to have died down. So is that happening, or am I missing comments? Let me know. Let someone put a wee comment in just so I know that I'm still getting them, please. But Jamie, I hope that that was okay and helpful for you. Okay. The next question I've got here, not a medical question per se. My infusion has been delayed. Will the paperwork be cleared up before Christmas? Frustrated. Oh, okay. Your comment has just come through, Debbie, so we must be doing okay. Okay, so it resonates, says Jamie. It's been very swordsy and tough. Looking forward to moving that forward for sure. Okay. Well, fingers crossed that Ace of Cups kind of a time comes sooner rather than later. Okay, so Debbie, fusion's delayed and we're looking at the paperwork. Will it be cleared up before Christmas? So that's a yes no question. Let's throw some cards on the table and see what kind of cards we get. If we're looking at delay cards, then we'll maybe indicates that it's maybe not going to be cleared up before Christmas. But if we see high energy, fast moving cards, then maybe it will. So let's have a look. What cards do we have for you? King of Swords, okay. Queen of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. The king and the queen, both of swords, have come up kind of a side by side, which the Seven of Pentacles, I'm going to be totally honest, it's not the fastest moving card in the pack. For me, it's a kind of a everything happens in its own time. Um, and you know, it's not going to happen before it's meant to or after it's meant to. There's kind of a reason for the waiting. It's kind of like, well, in the depiction here, in the depiction that we're used to, where the pentacles are represented on the as the fruits on the bush or the tree or whatever, they have to be given their time to, to become ripe. If it's like an investment that's represented by the seven, it has to be, you need to wait for the right time before you can ever cash that in. And at this point, I think that it's saying that, that it needs to come at the right time. Um, The what do we think about the king and the queen of swords both showing up together though? I mean, it's there's a problem with the paperwork. There's a problem with the kind of the I suppose the more intellectual side of it. There's something going on, and this I suppose represents just the need to get all of the aspects of it right. You know, make sure that everything's kind of a balanced up, that there is a balanced view. I feel as though I'm starting to talk rubbish, so I'm going to stop myself there. Um, I was just looking to see if you'd said anything else there, Debbie. But yeah, the King and the Queen of Swords coming up together, though, that's what are the chances of that happening? I just, as much as Swords is air, which is kind of a dynamic and quick moving, when the King and Queen get together, when they kind of fall together, I don't know if I feel as though they kind of they stop for a bit, you know, they kind of fit together in that way. They're like two pieces of the jigsaw that kind of fit together. So I don't know if I feel as though there's a bit of a pause there from all that kind of a airy moving about. They kind of stop and have that conversation, have that intellectual exchange. Um, and the you know the energy of the seven as well. Um, what do you think, Debbie? I'm interested in. And that I suppose this is an example of a time. This is what I'm talking about. It's an example of a time when it would be good to have you there to be able to say, "What do you think about this? You know, what are your thoughts?" Um, it's a communication problem between the hospital and the new doctor. Wait until the last minute to let me know that things need to be fixed. Right? Okay. Okay. So that's not very good, is it? If they're not telling you, if they're not communicating and letting you know right away. Um, So yeah, that's not the best. I yeah, Debbie, I don't really, based on these cards, I don't think that I really want to say yeah. I think I feel more as though it's tending towards potentially I know an answer to your question. Um, and you know the key seems to be in the communication and the intellectual side of it. Um, out of interest, that you know, not out of interest. That's not what I mean. But the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, think about the types of people that those are. They're the kind of people that you wouldn't want to cross, you know. The knight as well, you know, the knight is that kind of it's very Karen energy that I'm seeing here. And the knight is that kind of a keyboard warrior energy. So with, with the issues that are happening, make sure that you're keeping involved, you know, make sure that you're expressing that you're dissatisfied with the service that you've received. Uh, Make sure that you're chasing it up and being an active part in and until you get what it is that you need, you know. Um, and yeah, but there is a kind of a certain just feel to this where it's like, you know, it's going to happen when it happens. But just make sure that you keep kind of on their back about it, is what I'll say. The king, let me highlight this here. The king, the hospital, the queen, my new doctor. The seven is me over there waiting for them to get their shit together. It's so frustrating, isn't it? And I'm sorry that you're having to go through that. But fingers crossed that it happens, you know, reasonably soon. And you can let us know. You can keep us updated on that. I think my tea's gone cold, but I'm still going to drink it. Oh, okay. Kimberly. Can I ask what should I focus on in 2022? You sure can. What should Kimberly focus on in 2022? Well, that didn't quite work, did it? What should the lovely Kimberly focus on in 2022? Okay, we've got the world coming up as being the kind of a situational card for the question. Um, so I I feel as though 2022 is going to be a good year for you. It's going to be a year for really getting stuff done and for me feeling like you're making an impact. You know, making the impact that you want to make on the world around about you. It's one where you're going to look back and remember it. Okay. So for me personally, the last time I would say that I had a world year was probably 2018. It's the year when I got engaged. It's the year when my niece was born. There was loads of good things that happened for me in 2018. But it's going to be one of those years for you, I think. Um, so I mean, what should your focus be? Your focus should be on the entire world, apparently. Um, so the advice card that you've got is the death card. So we'll get two majors here. Um, and this is, I mean, if death is coming up as an advice card for me, it's talking about your ability to kind of be adaptable and to go with changes that are happening. Um, there might be a bit of a tendency when things are changing around about you to latch on a bit to the way things were, you know, to what you're used to. But I don't think that that's what you want to do. I think as much as you know, as far as you can, you want to kind of be malleable and be change. Just go with those changes, because I think that they're really going to benefit you. Um, and as for the outcome, we've got the Two of Pentacles. So I mean, I suppose so. There's a potential answer to the question. For me, the Two of Pentacles is about learning to deal with multiple things at the one time, which is something that we all have to do to some degree, to some extent. Um, but just learning, it's basically, I'll look at you balancing all of the different aspects of your life um, through the year of 2022. And I mean, again, I'll say it again, the world has come up as your kind of a general energy of the year card. So you've got your shit together and you've absolutely got it. Um, Something that you can maybe focus on, something that you could maybe take away from this reading is have a look at all of the things that you're trying to achieve and focus on the things that are really going to make a difference to you. Focus on the things that are important. Prioritize the things that you're trying to do. Okay. Sometimes we get ourselves caught up in the flow of things, and when you stop, take a step back, and take a look at what you're doing, all of the things that you're trying to do. Sometimes you can think, why on earth am I spending 5 hours out of my week doing that thing? You know, I don't even, I don't even care about that. You know, it doesn't even make it, or it doesn't make a difference to me right now. I'd be better putting that to one side and concentrating on that in 6 months' time. Um, and dealing with this thing that I really need to deal with now. So it's just disrupting normal thought patterns like that, and that's maybe where the death card is coming in. It's all about disrupting thoughts, um, and yeah, just kind of a not being too attached to those things that you perhaps that you could be doing without just now. And what that does is it lets you focus on the stuff that is really important, that does matter, and that is going to make a difference, and that does serve you just now, and it lets you do that really well. So, yeah, that's what I would see as being your focus for 2022. I think first and foremost, you give yourself a pat in the back and you just enjoy it as it comes. Um, but just kind of a look at all of the things you're trying to achieve and prioritize. So I hope that was helpful, Kimberly. Diane says, I love how you all greet each other. Hi, you perfectly blended caramel macchiato. Yeah, I think me and Regina kind of started that, so we did, because we just call each other the most random of things, and I think it's like a competition to see who can get the most random thing that makes the other one laugh. Um, see, Leander's saying good morning to Jen. Um, hoping that she had a glorious birthday. And yeah, that was where Jamie was commenting on the reading. Um, Janine, this was well, this wasn't your question earlier on, was it? So can I ask, I started training in my government job for a rubbish task. Very unexpected and dreading starting it after the new year. Any advice? Okay, so there's something crappy that you're going to have to do next year that you're dreading and you're not looking forward to. And you're looking to see whether the cards have got any advice for you. Well, let's have a look and see. Okay, Janine, let's have a look and see. So we've got the King of Cups coming up as the general situation. Is it, is it going to involve dealing with people or in some way acting as some sort of negotiator or, diplomat? This is just describing the situation really to help me out, but help you out as well. Um, whatever it is that whatever this rubbish task is, it's going to require a lot of diplomacy, a lot of kind of a, it's almost like trying to wrangle children and keep them all happy, and that's the kind of a romantic view, I guess, that we have of the King of Cups is like he's this perfect parent, who kind of keeps all of the kids kind of all of his kids feel like they are his favourite. That's what the King of Cups is good at. He's good at kind of being quite diplomatic in that way, quite tactful, and how he deals with people. So that to me would suggest that whatever this crappy task is, whatever this rubbish task is, you're going to have to be quite, quite tactful and quite strategic about how you're dealing with people. And you're maybe maybe going to feel like a bit of a, a bit of a parent, therapist, that kind of a thing. Um, so yeah, that's the situation. What's the advice for you though? The advice is the Two of Cups. Um, I mean, I don't know if I want to say that, as much as you're dreading it just now, we've got some quite positive cut. Oh, hang on, spoke too soon. Listen, the advice is to connect with the task at hand, explore it, don't judge it before you've really kind of tried it out, you know. Um, don't judge it till you've tried it, that old expression. Um, really kind of twos are for me it's about learning. It's about duality and learning about that duality, so learning about the opponent, the other thing, and the question, um and really connecting with it on an emotional level. um and Kimberly, I don't know if I'm just late in seeing comments, but your comments just popped in at the end there, and I don't know if I should have seen if you'd sent that earlier on or if you just sent it just now. Yeah, strange. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Um, yeah, that's the advice for you, Janine, is to try and kind of try and connect the aspects of it that you can really kind of connect to. Focus on them at least in part. The Two of Cups traditionally has the caduceus, which is it's the staff of Hermes, and it's a symbol of commerce. It comes from the caduceus was given to Hermes by Apollo, I believe, in exchange for the lyre. Um, and because it's that kind of a exchange, it's a representation of good business, business partnerships as well as kind of a different types of partnerships. So maybe there's someone else in the situation help you actually. I mean the end, the outcome, the outcome that we have is the Ten of Swords. I mean, it's not the best looking card in the world. it doesn't fill me with joy about this thing that you've got to do, and it doesn't suggest to me that it's going to end in the most amiable way. Um, all I would say is that it does have its end point. Sure, there's going to be stuff about, the next period where you're going to have to do this thing where, it's going to be a difficult time. It's going to be quite strenuous, on your mind. It's going to take a lot out of you. But with the Ten of Swords, there's always stuff that you've learned. There's always those learnings. We don't always have to focus on the negatives when of Swords. There's a lot there's a lot of, well, there are at least some positives that come with it. All right. So from the wounds, we have the scars, and they teach us lessons. And we're like going forwards once we've healed, we're better, we're stronger. What doesn't kill you make you stronger, as the expression goes, as good old Kelly Clarkson would say. Um, so yeah, those are the hits that I'm getting from that reading. Um, if you've got any feedback, if there's anything let me know if that resonates, if that makes sense. Particularly the stuff that I was talking about with the King of Cups. I'm interested in, if that makes sense as to what it is that you're going to have to do. Let's see. It's a different HMRC task that has no relation to work done in the past. It's self-assessment calls that got dumped on us with no one. Oh, right, okay. So the calls, right? Maybe that's the duality that we're seeing. The two end that, because the telephone conversation generally has two people involved in it, and having to relate to the other people. That's maybe why we're getting the King of Cups. Um, Yeah, I mean, it has an endpoint, let's put it that way. It might not be the most pleasant of tasks, but there are definitely positives there. We've got two out of three cards that are, you know, traditionally positive cards in the Smithway system. Um, so yeah, there's lessons to be learned. You come out of it stronger. Um, okay, I hope that was helpful, and I hope it resonated. Hi, Laurie, how are you doing? Elemental Cartomancer, could I get a reading on a recent life event that's left me gutted, wondering how to change my perspective, I guess, or an unbiased opinion? Okie dokes, no worries at all. Oh, I've just seen the Hierophant card in this deck. It's actually quite cool. Justin's back for a few. Got busy at work. Hey, Justin. I hope you're getting on okay with work. Right, Laurie, let's have a wee look then. So, recent life event that's left you gutted, and you're wondering, you're looking for an unbiased opinion. How can you change your perspective? Okay, I've got the King of Pentacles, or the King of Cups is coming up again. The Queen of Wands. Okay, so we've got all people coming up for you. We've got all court cards. Um, the first thing I'm going to say, right, is in the end we've got the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands represents someone who's very full of charisma. And if you're saying to me that you feel as though you've had the wind knocked out of you, you feel as though you've kind of just lost your enthusiasm, your mojo, your va va voom a wee bit. As an outcome card, the Queen represents you getting that fire back. Very much, the Queen's a warm personality. It's the kind of person that that everyone wants to be around, that whenever they walk into the room, heads turn and people listen to what they've got to say. So that's where you're headed towards. Let's put that out there first, that there is a kind of a positive outcome that we see coming from this. The advice that we've got is the King of Cups. So I was just talking to Janine about the King of Cups and what it meant in her situation, and I think it's a similar message here. It's all about that kind of those connections with other people. It's those relationships. It's that ability to connect and to see. Kings are about management, and it's interesting that we've got two kings coming up here. The kings are really good at kind of taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture. They're responsible for the entire kingdom. They've got to keep their eye on everything, keep their eye on the ball. If they need to step in and get their hands dirty and actually get something done, then they need to be able to do that. But at the same time, they need to kind of step back and manage the situation on the whole. And for the King of Cups as your advice card, it's that in an emotional way, which kind of sounds like quite manipulative, doesn't it? If you're controlling emotions, but it's not like that. It's just about how you're being conscious about how you're dealing with people, um, like valuing the connections that you've got with the people around about you. The people that do matter, and just being conscious of how you're connecting. You know, and sometimes the king finds himself in a situation where he has to be it has to be diplomatic. He has to be tactful about how he deals with those people. So that's coming up as the advice card for you. And then as the situation, we have the King of Pentacles. So I don't know if you've maybe found the situation that you found yourself in. It's had maybe a financial impact on you, or maybe it's not so much financial as it's just Pentacles for me are about safety. That's a word that comes to mind for me when I think Pentacles, which might seem a bit random. But if we think about things like our material world, the things that our possessions that we have, if we think about our health, if we think about our money, our job, these are all things that, these are all examples of things that we associate with Pentacles. But for me, the reason that we do that is because these are things that keep us grounded, that keep us feeling safe and secure in our everyday lives. And that to me is the commonality with Pentacles. So you might be in a place where you feel as though that safety, that security has been knocked. But there's some advice there as to how you navigate that. We're switching from this kind of a very earth, very business, very mundane, down to earth, to the more watery, the more emotional approach to the situation. Um, and just a bit of reassurance in that queen that you are going to get that fire back, get that charisma back. It's just a matter of kind of a working through what it is that you need to work through. So I hope that was helpful, Laurie. And I'm sorry you're going through a tough time, especially at this time of year. But Um, yeah, I hope that that was helpful, and I'd love to hear about how you're getting on. If you kind of check in every so often. Um, Janine's asking what deck this is. This is the light grey tarot. Um, that's the box there. The light grey tarot. And it's by Light Grey Art Lab. I don't know if this is still in print or what. I got it years and years ago. Don't even know where. But it's a nice wee deck, so it is. It's not one that I pull out very often, to be honest. Um, V says too scared to ask what's in store for 2022. So, do you not want me to read for it, V, or was that really secretly a go on then? But you're reserving your rights to repudiate the reading if you don't like what you hear. Do you want me to pull some cards for you? Um, Ten of Swords is your stalker. Oh, no one wants the Ten of Swords to be a stalker card. Um, Loving the positive twist on the outcome. Um, the person is, that's true. Um, V saying no thanks, right? Okay, okay, we'll let you off today, V. Jonathan says, take, I'll take a general reading for the Christmas season and my mum's visit if you have time. Okay, let's generally look at Jonathan's Christmas season and see what we've got coming up. We've got the Seven of Cups, Jonathan. Um, I've got the Hermit for you. Oh, geez, and the Tower as well. All right. So what are we going to say about this then? I mean, I think the Seven of Cups represents the usual kind of at this time of year, I think we're all maybe to some degree get a bit of overwhelmed with choices, overwhelmed with new stuff coming into our lives, overwhelmed with the fact that we've not seen like our great Auntie Molly for about 5 years, but all of a sudden we've got to sit around the table and socialise with them. Um, you know, over just completely. It's an overwhelming time. It's a great time, which is, I mean, we've still got cups. It's not a completely negative card, but there just can be that element of overwhelm, and that overwhelm can put you into that kind of a what feels like you're in an alternative reality. You've come into the twilight zone, you know. Um, so listen, it's there's going to be lots happening. Um, there'll be points where it will feel a bit much, and the advice in the Hermit card is just to take that reflective period, perhaps afterwards, just to make sure that you're centering yourself, you're keeping yourself centered, and you're not getting lost in all the hustle and bustle that's happening. Um, the Tower coming out at the end, as the outcome card is an interesting one because it suggests that that things are kind of culminating to a sudden change, a sudden disruption that's going to happen. Oh, that's me moving the table. Um, so yeah, be careful around that. Now, what's interesting in this tower, we see the figures kind of coming out, but we don't actually see the tower coming down. We don't see the lightning. We don't have any lightning in this, and we don't see the tower being torn apart. Now, make of that what you will. Um, I think that, no matter what, it's a time to think about strong foundations, the foundations that we build, and making sure that we've got our house in order. Um, if there's anything kind of like, remember what I was saying earlier on when I was reading for the Two of Pence? If there is anything in your life right now that's perhaps not serving you, um, you know, have a think about it. It's maybe a good time to clear that kind of a stuff out. And make sure that the stuff that you are focused on, the stuff that is holding your tower up, is good, is strong, and is going to withstand the lightning that is potentially going to hit. But the last thing I'll say, Jonathan, is we do see two figures that have dived out of the tower when actually nothing really seems to be happening. Do you see that? Do you see how there's no lightning, the tower's not collapsing? I mean, sure, it doesn't look like it's the strongest tower in the world, but I mean, have these people potentially put themselves in a more precarious position by the choice that they've made to dive out of the tower? You know, um, you know, w- don't catastrophize. Is that the word? Try not to kind of get yourself into that um, frame of mind where things appear, where you're making things worse than what they actually are. And I suppose this is something that we can bring that card into as well. We all have like kind of a fantasies, and we all it's good to have an active imagination, but we need to remember that we're bringing in that logical, that empirical thought process at the times when it matters, certainly before we dive out of any towers. So just kind of yeah, just take care and make sure that you're kind of just applying that rational thought to everything that's happening. Um, but yeah, I hope that that's helpful for you, Jonathan. You can let me know how things go. Uh, Be the Infinity asks, should I move on from my current position right now? And says, happy holidays. Thank you very much, B. Oh my actual goodness. It's like I don't know how many card pickup. Should you move on from your current position right now? Okay, we've got the Knight of Cups. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. And we've got the King of Swords. Yeah, so yeah, I think that this is a good time for change. It's a good time for movement. I mean, we literally see the Knight moving forwards. The Ten of Pentacles, the tens represent that change, that renewal of the cycle. So that also suggests it's a time for a new start. The King's maybe telling you to make sure that you're looking into everything, you know. Don't make any decisions just on a whim. This is a time for, if you're going to make a change, if you're going to move from where you are just now, make sure that you're looking into it properly, you know. Um, Make sure that you're seeking the proper advice, um, that you're applying proper intellectual energy to the situation. Okay, look at all the king looks the King of Swords looks at all of the evidence. They decide based on the facts and the evidence in front of them. There's no kind of a supposition. There's no kind of a you know guesswork involved in the King of Swords. If they're making a move, then you can be damn sure that they've thought through every possible eventuality, and they're making a decision based on what is going to be um, best based on the information available. So just make sure you're approaching it in that way, but definitely it is a good time for it's a time that's ripe for change, if that makes sense. Um, Laurie says, thank you, Chris. Very interesting. The first card being black and white really illustrates things just now. You mentioned manipulation. I'm feeling that. Hoping to get the queen soon. Oh, you're welcome, Laurie. And I'm glad that it resonated with you, and I hope that it proves to be helpful. And same for you, Jonathan. You said it's the typical Christmas visit with mum. Uh, is mum the lightning that's coming in? Um, I'm sure you have a lovely time. Um, but yeah, I think our parents and the people that know us best, our parents, our families, they know how to push buttons. They can push buttons that no one else can push, can't they? And sometimes they do lead to that kind of see that jumping out of the tower when there isn't really a situation that would cause us to jump out the tower. There's something about our close relatives that can really push those buttons like no one else, isn't there? But yeah, just make sure you're looking after yourself. And B says, thank you. You're so welcome, B. Okay, dokes. We're just after 11 o'clock, guys. So if there's no more questions for the cards, then I think I'll wrap up there. But just a reminder, um, there's a giveaway. So if you want to be entered, then wait until the live's done and you can put a comment in the actual video comments. And just I'll basically enter anyone who puts a comment in. I'll enter them into the draw. So yeah, please enter the giveaway. And yeah, it's just my way of saying happy Christmas and thank you so much to all your support over the past year. And for getting the channel to where it is just now. Okay, thank you so much for spending this Thursday evening with me, guys. I hope that you all have an amazing rest of your week and have a great weekend. Um, Simon and Jenna Ball are live on Simon's channel. I believe it's at 7 p.m. on Saturday for their Christmas live. There will be a quiz and other amazing amazingness. So definitely check that out. Make sure you're there. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.